Hey everybody, it is November 1st and we are going to prune my ogre ear succulent. That's all I know it's called. So here it is. You can see it's literally being held up because it's so top heavy by a little plastic bowl that I got upside down. Now let me see if I can do this so that it doesn't tip over. So we are going to make some ginormous cuts and lop this bad boy up because he's way too top heavy. And if he gets much bigger, well, I'm afraid he'll probably unroot himself. So I got my handy dandy little loppers here. And I've decided we're going to make some big cuts. So the first one we're going to do is I'm going to take this entire limb off. And this is not going to be easy. Well, I mean, it is because it's a succulent and it's a tropical. But I've never really cut a lot of him off. But now it's time. He's too big to fit on the shelf. So I'm just going to cut him as flush as I can. Right there. And there it is. I think what I'm going to do with this is probably cut it in half and lay it inside here. Okay, well, he didn't tip over, so that's a good thing. So I think I'm just going to cut it in half so that way I have two pieces. Now these you don't stick in the soil right away. They have to dry and callus over on both ends. So I'm literally just going to prop them up in here and see what they do. Because I really don't want to lose the entire plant. But I would like to have a couple more of these little guys. Now you can see he is still pretty top heavy. And I'll take these out for now until I'm done, and then I'll show you how I place them in here. So he's still pretty top heavy. At one time I had this rock holding him separate, and then I had it holding him up, and well, now it's just sitting in here looking pretty. So we're going to take some more off of this little guy. So I think what I'm going to do is, because he is still top heavy, I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here. I think we'll just, let's see. I think I'm going to cut this one off like that. And we'll cut it flush. See if I can't clean that little cut up. That's a little bit better. And since he is still leaning, I think I'm going to cut some more of him off. I'm also going to bring this top down. So I think we'll cut this guy off. Yeah. Hopefully you can see this. And just lop that guy off like that. You can hear my pliers are squeaky. Needs to be clean. Now this one fell off, and they do. I mean, it is fall, so they're going to lose a lot of them. And this one is starting to dry up, so I'm going to pull him off. It ain't going to hurt him none. Okay, so now we have this cute little guy, and we have this guy. which I think what I might do is, there's another little yellow one. I think I'm going to cut it way down here. I don't know. I'm still debating on it. I think I'll leave it like this for now and see what happens with it. And if I decide I need to cut it some more, well, then I'll come back and I'll do another video and cut it some more. So these are, hang on, show you the carnage cam. Move these out of the way. Alright, this is the carnage cam. Those are the little pieces over there. And there he is. So this one is straight. This one is laying over. I'm going to stick him back there. I'm going to stick this guy right there. And I'm going to move this guy and stick him right there. Oh, he won't sit there. Hang on. How about we'll stick him... Oop, we lost one of his little leaves. They come off really easy, by the way. You have to go this way. So I guess we'll just position you like that. So there's the new look. So that's the ogre ear. And then I'll stick this little piece over with, in the bowl with some other succulents. Here, I'll show you. Walk over here to the handy dandy shelf. And you see that bowl. Oops, there's a leaf in the way. There's the bowl with a couple other succulents. So I'm just going to take this guy and stick him in there and see how he does. Okay, now for the other one. Now that we got the ogre ear taken care of, I will put him back up on the top shelf for now. There he is. And now we're going to do this other one. This one is the one that I think, because Ben said that I need to start giving them names, I think we're going to call this one Monkey Shade, because I got this cute little monkey there. And earlier, before I pulled him down, I had him propped up against the tree. And that's kind of how I could tell what the front of it was, too. As you can see, he's huge. So we have to clean him up, because he's so big that he touches the ceiling on the top shelf of the new shade, or shelf. So, first thing I'm going to do is I see a couple of little dead leaves. There was another one, yep. A couple of little brown, smashed, curly, they're not smashed, they're shriveled up and dried leaves. And they do drop their leaves from time to time. It's normal. And because we brought him in from outside, so, you know, he's going to drop some leaves anyways. There's another one. I don't see too many leaves dropped. But we do have to bring him down quite a ways. And inside there it looks like a little spider web, so we'll just knock that out. So I've been contemplating this one for a while, and I mean, you guys can see, this thing is taller than my arm. So I have to clean it up some, because it doesn't fit anywhere. And instead of me getting rid of it, I'm going to prune it. I haven't touched these guys, this one or the ogre ear, all year. This one, is still in its original pot. Let's see if it says what it is. Nope, it doesn't have a name on it. Okay, well, it's just kind of sitting in here, so we're going to clean him up. I don't think I'm going to really shape him right now. I think I'm just going to make him smaller, so he'll fit at least on the top shelf, because he's way big. So, let's see. I'm not sure where to even start. I put this rose quartz on here to kind of pull him down because he was pretty tall standing up anyways, and I thought I wanted him down some because he was cute, but he needed some fullness. So I think we're going to, there's a couple more leaves. I'm going to cut this guy off down here, and there is, you can see right in front there, there's a little branch there, so I'm just going to cut him off. That'll do for that one. And then we're going to come over here, and can't see it. There you go. I think I'm going to cut this one off right where the rose quartz is. Now, let's see if I can move that rose quartz just a hair so I don't clip the actual twist tie. Okay, so that's looking a little bit better, but it still needs some work, especially because you can see this guy. Look, he's just tall, tall, tall. So I'm not sure how low I want to cut him, but I think I'm going to go ahead and cut him down to this next branch, which you can't really see, this branch. So, like I said, these are big cuts today, guys, but we've got to shorten it because he's just too long. He's too tall. Now, this one is actually supposed to be edible. I've never tried it, but I watched Nigel Sanders, and let's see, I watched so many of them, I don't even know all of them. Nigel and Mike, and, well, I don't know, there's so many bunch of people that I watch, it's crazy. But Nigel says you can eat these in a salad, these leaves. Like I said, I've never tried it, but it's worth a try. So maybe someday I'll be brave and try it and let you know how it turns out. But for now, that's a little bit better. I'm wondering if I should take off more. I have some branches inside that are crossing, and they say you don't want crossing branches, so I think I better take off some more. So I'm going to take off this little one on the inside, and let's see, got some more in here, if you can see. And I got this limb here, which I don't think we need him. So I'm going to go ahead and cut him. And if you guys notice, the reason that you're probably not being able to see half of the cuts is because this is the flush side. So when it cuts, it's actually cutting right up against the blade. And that's what you want when you're cutting trees. You want it to be as close to the trunk as you can get. There we go. That's a little bit better. There. See, now that's nice and flush. Okay. Well, now that we've got it shortened, I hesitate to do much more because, I don't know, I mean, he's cute now. And at least he won't be so big that he doesn't fit on the shelf. Even though he still looks kind of wild. Let's see here. I don't want to do too much before I make some decisions on the pruning of it. I just had to lop her down so that it wasn't so darn big and tall. I think I'm going to leave it at that for now. Because some of these are potential. Make sure none of them are crossing here. But some of these could be potential new branches. So I think that's good. But at least it's a little bit more cleaned up. I think that's good for now. Okay, so again, it is still a little bit big, but it's shorter now. And now I can think about how I want to prune it and what I want it to look like, and start working on it as a bonsai as well. Because I did get these to turn them into bonsais, both the ogre ear and this one. So I think that's what we're going to do. Alright, so let me show you the carnage cam as soon as I put that other leaf over there. Okay. There's the dead leaves, there's the 2 branches, and there's the 3 long ones. That's the carnage cam. Now, don't tell Ben. He usually doesn't watch my videos, so I should be okay. But I think I'm going to take these limbs and find a little vase and put them in a vase and see if they root. And if so, then we'll have a couple more, and then I can give them away or propagate them, or not propagate, clip them up and make them bonsais too. So we'll see how that works. I gotta find a vase or something to put them in, because these, again, this and the ogre ear, they're both succulents. So they're going to, you don't put them in any water or anything right now. You want them to callus over before you put them in soil so that they can root. Because if you don't callus them over, then they'll rot. So I'll probably just find, I got one. Bad lighting. This little light here. I'll rinse this guy out and then I'll stick them in that. There you go. I think that's a good idea for now. Alright, well, that's pretty much it for now. Happy November. And I will come back and do another video after a while. Or another day probably, because Ben's sleeping, but he does have the day off. So we've got to try and keep quiet while he's sleeping, because he hasn't been sleeping very well. And he works really hard too. So I'll come back and do another video later on a couple of the other trees I have to prune. Let's see. I have hitchhiker still to prune. And, by the way, if you watched the last video on me pruning up this guy, this one is, we're going to call him Micro. Or Mike, I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out. But that's because this is, I was showing you the leaves and everything. This is a microcarpa. So, the other ones, these ones, Ant-Man, all the foreign little clippings, the forest that's in the bathroom, and this here is Hitchhiker. These are all tiger's bark. Because of their bark, they're tiger's bark ficus benjamina. So these are Ficus benjamina. And that guy over there, that guy, is a microcarpa. He's still a Ficus benjamina because he is still a rubber plant and he does still bleed rubber like the others. But because of his smaller leaves, they call that a microcarpa. So that's the difference. I told you I'd get back to you, and I don't know how to edit videos yet. I still have to learn that. And honestly, I don't have patience to sit and try and fiddle with videos, so I haven't got that far. But anyway, that's what we got for today. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you learned something from this. If you have plants like these, now you have an idea as to how to take care of them. And now these two that I just clipped today, I won't water them for probably a couple more days. They are up on the top shelf, way up there. That's where they sit. And so the way I know when to water them is when their leaves start to dry out and shrink. So as long as they're big and thick and like fluffy, I guess you want to call it. They're not fuzzy, but they're plump. That's the word. As long as they're plump, they're fine. When they start getting all wrinkly, then you know that they're drying out and they need some water. So, and they are actually succulents. And I did have both of them outside this year. And that's why they grew so much. So, that's what I got for now. Anyways, so I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for all the fun stuff we're going to be doing in the future. I do have another video I will be putting out, the astrology for November here in a couple of days. So keep your eyes out for that. And that's what I got. So, thank you for watching. Remember, you are someone. You do matter. I love you. And we will see you on the next video. Until then, ciao now.